Alright, so in this video you are going to discover how easy it is to set up a checkbox plugin on your website and pages. Now in order to do this you navigate to page level, and we are going to use the Clever Messenger page for this one. Simply click on dashboard right there and then navigate to the magnet icon which holds all your capture features, then click on the checkbox plugin, which redirects you to this page right here, the Checkbox Library, which will hold all the checkboxes you have set up in the past. Now obviously if this is your first time, the table will be empty. Now in order to demonstrate the bulk actions, I can simply delete either by using this delete thing right there or the bulk actions button right there. I can also choose to edit or rename this specific checkbox. Now I'm not going to demonstrate you deleting that because that's quite easy. Now moving on, I'm going to create a new checkbox plugin. I simply click on the create new button right there and enter a name, in this case new checkbox right there, then click on OK, which redirects me to this page right here, which is the actual builder part. Now before I move on and demonstrate to you how you can use this, let me first tell you a bit more about the checkbox itself. A checkbox is this little thing right here. This is the preview section, and in this specific example you can see that it's tied to this checkout button. Now this is a demonstration card, if you will. It showcases a couple of demo products, and if people were to purchase this and go to checkout and they have checked that box, their information will also be sent to Messenger, which is quite cool. They will be automatically become a subscriber and all that good stuff. Now this doesn't obviously only work with checkout buttons, it works with every button. So in the next couple of minutes you'll see it working with a email submit form, a sign-up form if you will. Alright, so let's continue with our little tutorial right here. The first thing you'll notice is 4 tabs: settings, looks, submitted and install, and I'm going to take you through the settings tab first. Now we are starting off with language, which is a required option. It loads default at English, and I can easily change it. So for instance, if I want to use Spanish, this thing now is Spanish, as you can see right there. But for demonstration purposes I'm going to leave it at English. This takes me to the second step, which is the submit button identifier. Now in order for Clever Messenger to know to which the checkbox needs to be tied to, you need to specify a name or ID. Usually each and every page builder out there or WordPress allows you to set up a custom name or an ID attribute to your button if they have not provided one for you already. Now there is a neat article in the documentation pages as well. If you click on learn how, you'll be redirected to a different article with a video showcasing you how you might be able to get your ID or get your name. Now for demonstration purposes I'm going to use Clever ID. That's the attribute I've given to my button. And of course you can use tags. So if I were to add a tag like checkbox tag, anyone that now goes through the button with the checkbox ticked, of course, will have the tag appended to their user profile. Now you got your URL parameters to custom fields as well. So if you set up some parameters in the navigation field, like in your domain, then those will be added as custom fields as well. And then we got form inputs to custom fields, which is very powerful, as you will see in just a moment. Because we're going to use a email submit form, I'm going to name this or give it the custom field email, because I want the email field to be captured by Clever Messenger so that the actual email we put in is also captured on our end. And if you do this correctly, we capture your email and it works very well with our integration, so that email can then be processed to any other integration or be used for later purposes. Alright, so next up is the looks. Very easy. You can change the size of the actual checkbox. You can choose between small, medium, standard, or large and extra large, but large seems about right. So we are going to leave it at that, then submit it. This is where we pick out our flow. Again, I'm going to use an entire flow, in this case the welcome flow. I can open up the preview and see if that's the flow I want to send. Yes, it works. Now if I click on this, it pops out a neat little red description I can change right here, which says please check for messenger updates in order to continue. Now this can be anything you'd like, can be typed here, so users tick the box, something like that. Basically this blocks the button you tie it to, making sure they tick the box first, and then they will be able to go to checkout or submit their email or whatever. Which is a great way to ensure that people get to be your subscriber on Messenger. Now that's basically all there is to it for the checkbox. Very easy to set up, but very powerful. Now all that there is left is saving the actual checkbox. Saving it gives us a little success message right there. And there is 2 little snippets of code that I need to add in. Now ideally you want to set this up before closing the body tag. I usually add this in the footer, but in order to keep things simple, and this is the little demo page I've set up right here, I'm going to add both codes into the main body, but again, footer would be best. And this piece of code is actually the checkbox plugin, so you ideally want to put that under or beneath your button, and that's what we are going to do as well. So I'm gonna do that right here, then simply save it, and now we are going to preview it to see how it looks on the actual page. Alright, so now we are on the page right here, and I'm going to scroll down, and this is where you can see the checkbox in action. Now in order to demonstrate this properly, I'm going to click on this button right now. And as you can see, it says anything you'd like to can be typed here, so users can tick the box. That's the exact warning message we have put in under the submitted tab right here. So we are going to do this, and now we are simply going to add our email. There we go. And I'm going to click on this button. There we go. This takes me to Messenger, to the Clever Messenger bot right there, and it pops out the message right there. Awesome stuff. Now I'm going to navigate back to the application right here, and this is basically the entire setup of the checkbox plugin. Very easy to use, very easy to set up, but with such big impact, as you will see right here. So let me navigate to the audience tab right here, and then look for my profile. There we go, look at that fella. And as you can see, it has the checkbox tag I've set up earlier. It's now appended to my profile. I can use this in my segmentations, and the email has been added as well. Very neat stuff. You can use this in order to set up your automations and all that good stuff. And yeah, that's basically how powerful Checkbox plugin is.